much for your incredibly kind and positive and enthusiastic comments. I know, speaking on behalf of the other leaders here, it's just been music to our ears to hear how much you've been enjoying this series. And we really do stand for exactly what we're proposing here. As you know, we've all been fairly successful in business, and our whole approach is to be not salesy, but as sincere and authentic and heart-centered as possible. And I think we're especially excited to, share the ideas and the strategies that worked with us, knowing that these are things you can definitely duplicate and make work for you as well. So let me just bring up my slides quickly and get through this very quick introduction. Hang on here. Just want to make sure I'm on the right slide before I tell you, with Zoom, I've become a master at navigating between like 5 windows at one time, which sometimes still isn't as smooth as I would like it to be, but hold on here. There we go. Okay, real quick. And if you could just let me know in the chat, if you can see those slides. I always like to double check there, make sure they're showing up okay. Oh, that's what it was. Someone had asked about the replays. Yes, we have recorded all of these sessions. If you missed any of them, the recordings will be up for a little bit longer. We'll make sure tomorrow, please keep an eye out on your email. We will send you a link to the page that has all of the replays. So you still have time to get in and watch those. Highly recommend you do, because there's some real gems on that. And if you are someone, and I'm guessing you are, if you're here, if you love your company, if you love your products, but you really don't like feeling salesy, if you've been looking around and perhaps seeing a lot of, training out there, or maybe approaches that are taught in your company that don't really resonate with you, and you would love a more natural, more authentic way to grow your business, you are definitely in the right place, because that's truly what we're proud to share with you. And what if you could do that? I know I mentioned this last time, but I really want you to just suspend any limiting beliefs you might have in this moment. I want you to just for a moment picture yourself 6 months down the road, maybe 9 months, maybe a year from now. And you're sitting here at your desk and you're feeling incredibly excited because you've created some very measurable changes and results in your business. You've got more customers, you've got more team members, you're feeling like you're truly mastering some of these social media strategies that we're sharing with you. And you feel especially proud because you're doing this in a very authentic way that makes you look great, makes the whole profession look great. I mean, if that were really possible, how would you feel? And can you imagine what an amazing role model you would be to not just other people in your team, but people in your company, people across the industry? And is that an exciting vision for you? I'm just curious for your feedback. Does that resonate with you? Does that feel like we're in alignment in terms of how we work? And is that something you really want to pull off? I see lots of yeses. Great. Love it, Darlene. I love it. Yeah. And I suspect if you're here, you've been through this series with us, this is who you are. And like we said before, excuse me, we're complete living proof that you can do this. As I mentioned before, when I first started in business, I would not have considered myself a very effective salesperson. I was pretty shy. I would mumble. I would stumble over my words. I would, it would take me days sometimes to summon up the courage to talk to people. But over time, as I learned things, I definitely found that I could be way more effective in business and start to get great results. And that certainly helped me over the years to develop a pretty successful business from home. And as you've met through these calls, we have these incredibly inspiring people here. Jules Price is with us tonight, Sarah Zalecki, Amy Sebastian Christ, Carla Silver, and Jackie, who's going to present tonight. Every single woman here has built not just a multiple 6-figure business, but in some cases 7 and multiple 7 figures from home, doing this sometimes on a part-time basis, and definitely always from the heart and with nothing but the best intentions for the people that we work with. And Jules, I know you may not be leading us much here at the beginning, but do you want to just jump in and say anything here? I know that one of the things you taught at the very beginning that people are still talking about is the follow-up system, which I know you're absolutely brilliant at. And if you have joined us in the Business Academy, very quickly, within the first few weeks, that's a topic that Jules is going to be teaching. And I know many of you have been asking about her binder system that she shared and her follow-up script. So no doubt, Jules, we're going to have you on the mic very quickly to share that stuff as soon as we can. But any words of encouragement or anything else you want to add here before we get going?
I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if they could see me. Yeah. Hey, everyone. And it's just been such a fun series. I love, like Sonia said, the excitement and the just enthusiasm for people really embracing the information and already implementing a lot of the things that the kind of small nuggets that we've given, already putting that into action, which is exactly what this is all about. And, you can go to as many trainings as you want, but if you don't start taking those little steps, you're just not going to see a difference in your business. So I'm really excited for everyone that's joined the Business Academy that we'll talk about also, so we can keep the conversation going. I'm really honored to be a part of it. And yeah, I have some fun nuggets that I'm looking forward to sharing. So hopefully some of you will want to stay with us.
And those of you that were here last week, you saw us wearing our t-shirts. I forgot to wear mine tonight, but if you are in the Academy, we did put up a post. There's a place you can go take a look at the t-shirts. Jules has got some really cool merchandise she's found, some hats, some cool stuff. And I think we're going to be sneaking a few of those prizes into our Start Strong Challenge.
Yeah,
so thank you.
People have already been ordering the swag too. So it's going to be fun.
I love it.
How excited they are to kind of, show off the Academy. So
yeah. Brilliant. Thank you again for setting that up. It's just beautiful stuff. And I know people are really excited to take a look at it. So thank you for that. All right. Well, tonight, again, just like before, grab something to take notes. As always, we truly want you to leave with a couple of nuggets that you can go put into action right away. You're probably going to have a lot more than that written down on your paper. But, I'd really encourage you as you go through, really listen for that. Like, what's the one or two things you can take away tonight that you feel would really help you and your business? And we really want to support you in taking that kind of action. And as we mentioned, if you still want to get in on the Business Academy, we originally planned this series so that it ended last Friday. And then as luck would have it, Jackie had room in her schedule. And thank you again, Jackie, for making this happen, because it was short notice to add her training in. So out of fairness for those of you that came in a little bit late, if you do still want to join the Academy, we're going to make a little exception, but to stay in integrity, we're not going to, belabor this too long. But if you want to hop in at the end, we'll get you a link. And if you guys want to still join us, we're going to extend that offer that we had at the beginning too for another day or so. And we'd be thrilled if you want to join us. We've got students here. In fact, I think a lot of the people here have already joined in the last few weeks. So really excited to get to know you all better. And in the Academy, we will work on this system in detail. So just to give you a little bit of a framework, this system is just a very simple way to look at all the things that will get you from where you are now to a six-figure, even a multiple 6 or 7-figure business. And if you think about all the things you do in your business, most of them do kind of boil down to these simple themes. And obviously, to get your business growing, you have to find leads and you have to find the right leads. So we actually released a lesson today that will help the students in the Academy get really clear on who truly is a great prospect. And this can be different for every person, because some people are really perfect for this kind of product. Some people are really perfect for this kind of business opportunity. Some people are perfect for you and your personality. So there's a process that we take people through that helps them get super crystal clear on who their best prospects are. And once you know that, then we're going to help you find them. And there's so many places in your local area that you probably don't know about. We'll show you how to research, how to get in and find these groups. There's lots of little known out of the way places you can meet lots of your perfect prospects in person. And then of course, online, there's, literally thousands of people in groups on Facebook and other places that you can find great leads. So that's a big focus of what we just started, what we're going to continue to do. And if you were with us on an earlier webinar, we talked a little bit about language. I know, Jackie, one of your major gifts is messaging, excuse me. And that truly is so important. Like, you can have the best leads in the world, you can have hundreds of leads, but if your message isn't really clear, if they can't quickly see the value in what you're sharing, you may still struggle to get customers and business partners. But when you get your message nailed, oh my gosh, it is just night and day in terms of how people respond. So when you work with us through these first two steps, you'll find that it's so much easier to talk to people. You'll get better responses. You're going to hear yes a lot more often. And then the next step is what we're going to talk about again tonight. It's leverage. So leverage is all about getting as the best results possible with the least amount of time and effort. And one of the things you can do, obviously, to leverage yourself is to get online and use social media tools like Facebook or Instagram. Any of the tools out there help you connect with lots of people and get your message in front of lots of people. If you remember last week, Amy shared her awesome profile plan, actually her strategy for virtual groups, Party with a Purpose, which is a brilliant strategy to help you get in front of lots of people. And then tonight, Jackie's got some really awesome tips that will help you leverage your time. So if you're sitting there feeling a little bit overwhelmed, like I'm not sure where to start, where do I put my time and focus to get the best results? That's really what she's going to dive in and cover here tonight. So with that, Jackie, I'm going to turn off my slides and hand the microphone over to you, because I know you've got your own slide deck here. And thank you very much for jumping in and sharing tonight. I'm very excited to hear what you have to share as well, because I know this is an area I struggle with sometimes. So I'm going to be taking notes over here, everybody. And thank you, Jackie, for showing up and helping us here.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you to everybody for taking time out. Wafa, you especially, way over there at 5 a.m. That's definitely commitment. Yeah. You know what, just quickly, a couple things I wanted to, I loved what Sonia shared in terms of, leads. Every business lives and dies on leads, right? And then the language. And when you get your language right, the leverage part of it is so powerful with the leads, because the best thing about leverage is, as we mentioned, there's so many ways that you can get out on social media and find people. But when you get all the rest of that right, people find you. And that is true leverage. And that was the first thing that caught my attention when I saw the internet and looked at it as a tool and thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So remember those first 3 L's for sure, because they'll create all the rest of that for you. So I'm going to share my screen. I don't think I can yet, Sonia.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
That's okay.
That is my bad. I need to make sure you have permission here. Just a moment. All right.
There we go.
Perfect.
All right. And hopefully you can all see that. So yes, tonight we're going to talk about creating a key piece of that leverage part of it, which is through time and productivity. And I want to share with you how to build a thriving business without losing your family, friends, or your mind. And that's an important part of it, because we know that the overwhelm piece of it can be overwhelming, right? And I truly believe that that can be one of the biggest catalysts that create the desire to quit, and then ultimately that people do quit, is because they just feel like, I can't master this. I can't possibly handle all this. So I'm going to give you some tools to eliminate that. This is what we're going to cover specifically. We're going to talk about mindset and drama, because really and truly, we shared this earlier. Sonia mentioned it, and it's such a big piece for me. I learned early on, I could teach people, I could write the most beautiful marketing strategy, social media tools. I could train on all of that. But if